Samurai Blitz here for another episode. Today we have a special guest, Jesus Hilario, with us from Corpus. So, Jesus, welcome to the podcast, brother.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Thanks for having me on.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
this is Jesus Hilario, brand and podcast owner, ADHD, narcissistic and abuse recovery, fatherhood, marriage, and personal finance. See, I need an intro like that, bro. My intros are all this. I'm some fucking nerd that does nothing.
Yeah, that's one simple name, 2 words.
But that's awesome, man. How's everything over there where you're at?
It's going pretty good, man. Which it kind of had a small freeze, but not too bad down here. The weather, but it's going, man. It's going.
Yeah, we had a little bit of some ice, and I don't know if you know San Antonio well, but these motherfuckers here, man, they're like, "Hey, it's ice on the road. Let's go faster." And
No, dude, like North 35 where I'm at, dude, everyone drives like at 5 miles an hour with hazards on, causing more of an incident. I'm like, dude, it's not even that bad. Let's go. Pick up the speed limit.
All these goddamn tortas going at 100 miles an hour down the streets, fucking pissing me off. Yeah. But anyways, I know you have a Corpus audience, so ladies, this man, he's single, he's ready to do some sick things. I mean, he's, for the weird ladies.
You know, I am a freak, bro.
But other than that, man, yeah. So, tell us a little bit about your podcast, what you do on there.
So I got my personal podcast, and then I have my my brand podcast. The brand podcast is called Corpus Christi Originals, and I just basically interview people here in my city, and it's been like talking about their businesses and whatever they want to talk about. So, and then if we want to get into other topics, we talk about other stuff too. And my personal podcast is more kind of my personal life, you know what I mean, dealing with the narcissistic family members and being ADHD. I talk about that stuff. I talk about finances. I just started doing those reaction videos where I was reacting to different clips, and I'm kind of on the conservative side, I guess you could say, or the Republican side or whatever.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so yeah, I started doing those, and some people like them, so I might be doing some more of those.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's the way we are, but we're not like one of those fucking MAGA with the fucking flags and all that. I mean, I do got my Let's Go Brandon over here.
Yeah.
I'm definitely conservative. I wouldn't say I'm Republican, because the Republicans, man, there are a lot of spineless cowards over there, man. They don't do shit. They get a little bit of they get some balls when Trump's around, that's why I think Trump is good in that sense.
That's the only time they grow balls.
Yeah, dude, and the rest of the time they're just uniparty bullshit, man, fucking over the little people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so that's cool, man. So Chris goes to Corpus quite a bit. And,
I do a lot of fishing out there when I go. I have a bunch of buddies that who came from Corpus, who were from Corpus, and so I do a lot of fishing over there by Valley Park or by what was that, the Packery Channel. I do a lot.
Cool. Yeah, right on.
Favorite right there.
Yeah, that's cool. So are y'all from Corpus or from San Antonio originally?
Yeah,
born and raised.
We're both from San Antonio. I moved out for a long time, so I was in Asia for like 10 years. And then I was in Europe, like just traveling and all that. But then I was in Asia for a while teaching English, and I did that shit in Thailand for like 3 years. I was in and out of Cambodia doing little things, and then I was in Japan for about 5.5, like somewhere around there. And yeah, so I ended up getting married out there. I left single and ex-drug addict. I guess. And then I came back with a wife and kids and shit. And
that's what I was saying. He's like the legit passport bro.
Hey, word, bro.
He calls me a passport bro when my wife has more money than me, and I have to beg her to come here. So I think, I don't know. What's your version of passport bro? Because this is my version, and I might be wrong in audience if you want to fucking tell me. My version is where you go to a third world country, you get a chick that's just dying to come to America, and she's hot as shit. So you marry her, you bring her home, and that's what it is. That's what my idea. What about you, bro?
Yeah, man. Like, cause the ladies out here, dude, they're different from the ones that actually are over there. Well, not all of them, cause you could go over there, and like the girls that are over there, you might get a bad one. You know what I mean? It just depends on what you're looking for. And so, like the culture, the way it is now, like the dating culture is crazy now. Like, so over there, it seems like the culture is different. You know what I mean? And if you can find a good one, that's good for you. You know, you don't have to. You know what I mean?
Definitely different, man. They appreciate you.
They honor you.
Telling me, bro.
See where I fucked up, because I Americanized mine, which was a terrible thing to do. Like I remember when I first met her, because in Japan, the women usually carry all the shit, right? Which I'm being Mexicano, right? Dude, my mom would
Yeah.
kill me if she saw my wife carrying shit like that. And
Yeah.
so I used to like get her luggage all the time and like, hey, let me get it. And she would kind of like, oh no, 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 and I would just get it anyways, like, give me it, come on. And then by the time I knew it, like not even a month passed by, and she would come, and she would just come and just like, here you go, and I'm like, hey, like, at least let me get it.
I slow your roll.
Hey, this is getting too much.
You're enjoying this way too much.
I know, goddamn feminist. They
Can't
took
wait.
over Japan. No, but yeah, definitely a different culture, and like still to this day, my wife won't even like. She won't even start eating till I'm eating with them. Like I'm the first one to get the plate and all that kind of stuff. So it is a different culture, for sure. But I treat her like a queen. I'm not one of those assholes and stuff. Like
that's cool.
I've seen people actually, dude. I've seen some fucked up shit like in Japan where they're just like, that's basically their little waitress on demand. It's like, God.
Oh wow.
They're taking total control of that.
Yeah,
one.
total control of that.
Yeah, for real.
It's definitely a like very chauvinistic kind of society. Like in Japan, like if you work there, like my wife will tell me about it, and she doesn't even see a big deal. Like the women have to make the coffee and stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so there's no debate about it. Like the women will make coffee and kind of like when they go out, the women pour the drinks and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
So
It's a total 180.
Yeah, bro, crazy.
and what's interesting over there, and on Valentine's Day, the women make chocolate for the men.
Oh, I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
So the women, all the girls in the schools and stuff, they'll go hand out chocolates and stuff like that. But then they have the opposite. It's called White Day. It's a little later, and then the men kind of make chocolate or give
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, so you're in the service. I'm assuming.
No, man, I was in the service of just I was gonna say something terrible, but I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, we'll do a little PG on this
I know.
one. We'll
All
just
right.
put it back a tiny bit.
No, I was never in the service, man. I just went out there. I got my I was in Europe for a bit and met a bunch of people, and like I'm from, I'm from like a kind of shitty neighborhood over here in San Antonio, and then I was like I was in and out of trouble all the time. Like I didn't really get to go to high school much. Had to drop out. Did a high speed chase, stupid shit like that.
Damn, seriously.
Yeah, all kinds of charges when I was younger. I also have ADHD as well. So it helps me as an adult more than it did when I was a kid.
Oh,
But,
right, dude.
yeah, so I was like in trouble a lot, and so I wasn't around people telling me, people traveling and doing shit like that. So when I went to Europe, I went because I was heartbroken. So I was like, you know what? And this was in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
And,
like 2006 maybe.
Before weed was legal, and like the way it is now, right? All these dispensaries. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I always want to fucking get high in front of a cop. And I went to Amsterdam. So I met a
Yeah.
bunch of people in Europe, and they were telling me like, hey man, if you get your bachelor's degree, you could just teach overseas.
Oh,
So
cool.
so I fucking booked it. First community college, San Antonio College. I went in there, boom, signed up, got my bachelor's degree, and took off, man.
Wow.
True story.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, my bachelor's is in music. Music, just music, and classical guitar is the main instrument that I had picked. If I could do it all over again, I'd probably do like engineering or something. I'm actually wanting to go back now. Huh?
That'd be cool.
I was gonna say I saw
Yeah.
your classical playing, and I was like, holy shit, this motherfucker's
Yeah,
legit.
bro. Yeah, I
Yeah,
learned how
it
to
was
read music and all that stuff, man. I love it. I've been playing for years. I started, of course, on electric guitar, liked the heavy music, and just got into heavy bands. And then when it was time to come to college, I was like, well, I'm just gonna do music. And my mom at the time, who's the lady that I actually talk about on my channel, like she's a narcissist or whatever, she was wanting me to do certain things or whatever. So now I look back, I'm like, damn, I could have done something that was more marketable, like engineering or I don't know, accounting or whatever, But yeah, that's where that ended up.
I was gonna say, I see you do a lot of like coding shit, right? So you're into IT?
Yeah, I was gonna transition into like coding, and so it just got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna put these videos up because there's people that might need it too. So I put like 6 chapters worth of coding material on there, and that's where I got most of my viewers from. And then after 5-6 years, they started flagging me and being like, oh, well, this has copywritten material. And so I was in chingas like trying to delete all my coding videos because I didn't want them to delete my channel totally. So that's when I was like, man, I got to do something else. That's why I started doing the reaction videos and then continuing my personal podcast.
Dude, IT's where it's at, man. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
that's where the fucking money's at.
Right?
Dude. All my
We didn't listen to any advice when they told us to go to IT.
well,
Yeah.
my advice, they were just telling me I was gonna end up in jail, prison, or dead. So
Damn.
I guess I didn't follow that one.
No.
I did good on that part at least, so I'm a little step up.
Well, there's a lot of stuff out there in San Antonio regarding IT, no?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, dude, there's a
crap load.
So my wife, because these Japanese, there's not much Japanese people here, so they sniff each other out. They're like, they're fucking all over the place, and we have like little communities now. So, and it's funny because when I first got here, we're all like, man, I don't know if we'll meet another like half Hispanic Japanese kid for
Wow.
like my son.
Yeah.
And within a month, we met one little fucking Japanese beaner.
Wow,
We're like, oh,
crazy.
shit, that was quick.
Wow, that's cool, bro.
And so we're in these little communities, like we go out, we do like camping together and shit like that. And all of them, dude, almost like 90%, they're all IT dudes making like 200,000 some plus a year.
Dude, yeah, I was thinking about that too. With my wife and I were talking about the H-1B or whatever, how that's like a topic right now. As far as like people, I guess, working here in America, and then like I guess the Republicans or the conservatives are kind of at a split in that. I mean, do y'all know anything about that?
Yeah, so they're arguing the point that H-1B visa, it's like a lottery. It's not really like the best and brightest. So they're saying they're getting a bunch of people and they're bringing them to the country. And it's like in the realm of like hundreds of thousands, that they're doing every year. And they're saying that there's another one, I forgot what it was called. There's another one like that, but they get the best and the brightest, those actually get like the ones that, hey, this guy specializes in this kind of atmosphere, in this realm, right?
Yeah.
So they get him. But the H-1B is not doing that, and they're kind of like with everything they abuse it. So that's what's going on with that. And Elon Musk is on that side. So as you know, what the media fucking loves to do is pin people against each other. So they know. And I've been saying this for a while to him. I was like, I've been saying this forever. Like, dude, they're gonna try to pin Elon Musk and Donald Trump against each other.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's what they're gonna do, because they will say like, oh, look at the split in the MAGA movement. I think they're gonna succeed, man. Eventually, I have a feeling.
No, I think those two are too headstrong to do that, because the View's been trying to do that, calling Elon Musk the real president. Oh, he's the real president. Like,
I saw that.
It's not gonna work with the MAGA people. Like, we're done with this. Like, we know their logic already.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing is, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was watching an interview between Michaela Peterson and Candace Owens. They were talking about Michaela is for Elon Musk, and Candace Owens was talking about about Elon Musk. Not like everybody's all like fangirling around him, but she's like, well, what are his like values on marriage? He's already had like different kids. You know what I mean?
He's one of those people. He thinks you should have as many kids as you could possibly have.
Yeah, he has 11 kids already.
He's like a Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's the same.
Oh,
they have that mentality, like you need, like, it's your duty to have as many kids as possible, because you have like the people like Bill Gates that want to suppress that and want to get rid of people because they say there's too many. And then you have Elon Musk where they're like, no, we need more people.
He can afford
population. Yeah,
he can
afford them.
Oh yeah. Shit, if I had that much money, dude, I still wouldn't want that many kids.
But I don't think he was ever on bad terms with the wives he had, because he only had 2 wives, right?
But I mean, I don't know the wives, but like with this baby's mom, but no, I think the only reason I say they might succeed is because they're gonna just keep going at it to the point where one of them's gonna say something stupid, and it's because, like, like I say all the time, the left's like they march in lockstep with each other. They don't disagree.
Oh yeah.
Like, they're like, fuck it, hey, this is the new thing. Boom, this is the new thing, and you see it on every.
Seriously, wow.
Yeah. Like, have you noticed that?
No, I hadn't noticed that, but that makes a lot of sense. Even if it's something like dumb, like, oh yeah, we don't like it, but we're still gonna do it. Like,
they all repeat the same line all the time. We had it on one of the podcasts, jumping in on one of them, where it showed a clip of all the newscasters all saying the same line.
It's all the same shit. So they do that all the time. And when they see arguments like in this move in the right, which they always say a threat to democracy. That's what a democracy is. It's people hashing out problems and finding solutions. Like, that's exactly. What democracy. And they call that. Well, that's what a democracy does. It gets people to hash out fucking details and to have a better society. But they're gonna do what they do. That's the media, bro.
Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, I really didn't get into this stuff until later in my life. Like, as far as like like voting and hearing what's going on, you know, until basically I got my stuff together and I got a job, got married and all that stuff. And then I started paying attention, you know. I feel
That's
like
usually what happens.
I was gonna say that that's probably a majority of us.
I
When
think
you're older, you get conservative
Yeah,
because
'cause-
you have a family and shit, and you see like all the
your values
stupidness.
change in life. I didn't get into any of this politics till like what was it like when you came back? I think when you moved back, I started getting more into the politics when, especially when Trump got in power. Like when I started like getting ready to buy a house and everything, I was like, damn, I gotta really start getting into voting and everything.
Yeah.
And
I've
you start
been,
seeing all the repercussions, like what happens when you don't actually like speak your mind and actually put a voice out there, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, I voted for Trump the first time around. Actually, that was my first time ever voting, bro. It was crazy.
Same
Because
here.
I had seen the prior term of the president. I was like, man, and I started noticing. I was like, dude, this something needs to change. You know, I had that mentality, and then I voted for Trump because he was a businessman, and I saw that our country's in so many trillions of dollars in debt. I'm like, well, if this dude's a businessman, maybe he can help out the country. You know what I mean? In that
Mm.
sense. And then it turns out he did all this other stuff for the country, and I was just like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm glad I
That's what I'm
voted.
saying.
You know.
It was so crazy in the 4 years how much he did a 180 with this country and with the world. Like legit, like no wars. Maybe I mean,
There were
can't
some
really say no
conflicts,
wars.
but
There were
you gotta,
conflicts, but it was nothing to where America was deep into anything. We weren't losing money because of wars. We weren't losing money like that, but it was. I mean, there was peace, like insane.
The Abraham Accords, man. He had peace in the Middle East
Yeah,
for a while.
first time, like when what ever?
Yeah, nah, it's not ever. They've had it before, but it usually don't last. You know, Middle East is they do what the Middle East does.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, because I voted for Obama in 2008, and I wanted because he was the only one, you know, and I hated George Bush. I still hate
Yeah.
George Bush. I'm not a I hate those legacy families, and then once what is it 2012, I was like, nah, fuck, dude, this dude's a piece of shit. And then I knew he was gonna win though, because remember, I don't know if you remember that well, but he killed Osama bin Laden.
Right.
Remember, or not him, but you know his
So
it was
Yeah.
and he came out with his big dick walk. He's just like walking out.
Mhm.
He's like, Bin Laden's dead, motherfuckers.
We
And-
killed Osama bin
and
Laden.
I was like, well, the fucking election's over, and I already knew he was gonna win that shit.
Oh wow.
He was swinging his fucking dick around, so I was like, yeah, I mean, but it was a cool moment. Like, fuck it.
I was nowhere into politics in those times. I had no idea who to vote for, so I never voted. I just never knew how to do it.
Yeah. Even when Obama was running, I was like, oh, it's a black dude. All right, cool. Maybe he's gonna help us out. You know,
Yeah.
I actually had that mentality, bro. Like,
Yeah, a
oh,
lot of people. Even me, dude. I was, yeah, same.
smoke screen, bro. Like they show that up front, but then what they actually do is totally different. And
Oh,
it
for sure.
you know,
Yeah, I think it's been a while for me. I've been like politically active for a while, like as in involved in not involved, but like in tune with what's going on. It was history, man. I love history, and I started studying history, and it's kind of like Shane Gillis. He says if you like study his, you know Shane Gillis.
yeah.
Yeah, he says if you study history, he goes, it's coming, bro. You're gonna be conservative. He's like, you're trying to suppress it down. And he goes, it's coming, and it's fucking true, bro. If you study history like really
Yeah.
like well, you're gonna like you're just gonna like I feel, and like the way he said it, I feel.
Now,
Like,
what's scaring me now, dude, is I don't know. I've been on X a lot lately. All the stuff that's going on in the UK.
oh, dude,
Insane.
that is wild, man. That they're just letting their daughters get raped.
Yeah.
Just to virtue signal and not fucking say these Muslims are raping people. Like, yes, we know. We could have told you that. I could have told you that before they came in here. Like, I mean, that's their like. Not every Muslim too. Like, I'm not gonna go and say every Muslim, but they have a rape culture that's pretty prominent out there, and they blame the women.
Oh wow.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
they'll stone the women for getting raped. Like, it's not her fault. You know what the fuck?
Yeah, they were supposed to have they had an inquiry. They were gonna have an inquiry, right, or investigation, and they voted no against it. Did y'all hear
England
that?
is lost, man. England is lost. It's gone.
Especially what happened to Tommy Robinson, man. They fucked that dude over. I don't know if you know Tommy Robinson.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, watch him, bro. They've been screwing that dude over for speaking his mind forever, man. And
Wow.
they just paint him as a white supremacist. You know, the same shit that they do here, they do there.
No addicts.
But I don't know if you saw this, Jesus, but they had the British government is already saying that they're gonna start arresting Americans for saying shit online. You didn't see that?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they came out. The parliament said we're gonna start arresting Americans when they come here if they said anything online that we deem as hate speech or
Oh
what is
my
it,
God.
inciting violence and all that. But me saying, hey, there's Muslims raping young women in England, There's a problem.
Yeah,
There's rape gangs. That's hate speech.
That's
and
hate
that's,
speech. Wow.
yeah, like it's stupid.
Yeah, because there was one on Instagram where a guy got the cops went to his house because whatever he posted on social media, a woman had an anxiety attack, and so they came to his house to arrest him.
Because she had an anxiety attack.
Yeah, she reported him to the cops or to Metropolitans or whoever they called the police were there.
Yeah,
I just want America to get like that, bro. I mean, we've had an infiltration of immigrants and stuff like that. I mean, you don't know what's here now, and then
No.
we had that bombing, the Tesla bombing, and then that other guy in New Orleans,
yeah,
Oh,
those were like ex-military, which is weird. So I don't know. They're saying I'm a conspiracy guy because conspiracies always end up being true for the most part.
For the most part, about 60% of the time, it's
a
going to be true.
majority of them are gonna fucking be true. And they're talking about how there's psyops and all kinds of shit going on, but especially the Tesla guy. Now we are in San Antonio, bro. So I don't know how you have it in Corpus, but over here we have a illegal center. And I live like, dude, it's like literally what
I would say like four or 5 miles.
Yeah, it's down the
Maybe
street.
less than that.
Yeah, I could get there in like a couple minutes. And they come to our neighborhood, man, and they're like I put it on one of the podcasts, but they're doing this shit now where they're putting fake blood on their hands and they're going to the doors and they're saying help, because they don't know English, so they know help. And then they're just like whatever, and you can see like people in the back, like a guy in the back, and that happened to my friend. So we see it a lot here.
They're ready to like just raid into the person's house, rob them, and who knows what else,
Oh man,
we see that a lot here in San Antonio. I don't know how is it in Corpus? Do y'all have one of those or no?
No, we don't. I don't think I guess we're not. Yeah, dude. And I realizing how big San Antonio is, man, and how it's kind of known in America. It's a big city, and there's a lot of stuff.
That center's very, very close from John's house. It's like no fucking. It's almost like on SPID from the Hooters to the Twin Peaks. It's like that close.
Yeah, it's
not that far. So they're all in the neighborhoods. They're just walking at night because you'll see, like we'll be here sometimes, listening to music in this garage, and you'll see the cops, like SAPD, will come down the street with the lights, like all their fog lights, their spotlights, just to make sure there's no fucking illegals here, just like trying to break into houses.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're looking for illegals, but they're doing something.
They're doing something, bro. They're looking for something, and more than likely, what else could be looking for? Because we've never seen that here before, so they came in here.
Yeah,
it's like you got to protect your own, man. If you don't say nothing, yeah. I had to kick somebody off of my property. I mean, he was like a homeless. I think the homelessness is getting kind of crazy out here. There was like a dude around my property, and I had to basically kick him out. The neighbor knew who he was, and I was like, "Don't let that guy come over here again," So we kicked him out, because if you don't do that, they're just gonna keep coming around.
Yeah,
being on your property.
Like almost a month ago, I was in Corpus. I was at the embassy off of SPID, and I was staying there because I went to go see my buddy. He was getting married. And I parked in the back of it, and the security guard came up to me and goes, "Hey, man, just want to make sure don't have any valuables inside your truck." I'm like, "What's going on?" He goes, "The homeless is getting bad back here, bro. They're breaking into people's trucks. They're stealing people's fishing rods, all their shit." Like, I'm like, "God damn it." He goes, "Don't worry, man. I walk here all the time, so your truck's safe." I'm like, "Okay. Let me get my shit out, though."
Yeah, for sure, man. Even like on the south side, which is used to be like the nice side of town, they're even over there. Like they're in different parts of the city now. So it's out there.
San Antonio, bro, because I left for a long time. So, like I was saying earlier, and I came back, and I was like, what the fuck? Because, like, if you're familiar at all with it, like 1604 used to be Monte. It was just all, like, just a couple of companies and woods.
Yeah.
And, dude, it's its own cities now. Like, everywhere on 1604, it's huge, man. And I think I knew San Antonio was getting big on South Park. Because they mentioned San Antonio, and they go, so it's the one with the homeless, and then they go, "We got all our homeless from San Antonio," and I was like, "What? They mentioned San Antonio?
We finally made it."
Yes, we made it to the fucking South Park. That's what I'm talking about. I was all proud, fucking yes. And it was interesting. I was like, okay, San Antonio's blowing up, man. It's getting big.
Yeah, because whenever people talk about Texas, it's always Houston, Dallas, or Austin. Houston, Dallas. So we got one recognition. They're like, all right.
Well, I know the in the comedian space, San Antonio has the theater that a lot of them want to go to.
Yeah, we have to laugh out loud. And but right now the comedy like central, the comedy hub of the world is Austin, man.
Austin,
because Joe Rogan took everybody there.
Yeah, like, which is not too far from San Antonio. It's like what, an hour?
Like a 50-minute drive, depending if you want to go to South Austin. It's about
Comedy Mothership, right? That's what was called.
Yeah, Comedy Mothership is Rogan's thing, but I mean they got what's that dude's name? Tony Hinchcliffe out there doing his thing.
Kill Tony.
And then they got Rogan's stuff, and all the comedians are going out there. I think Tom Segura moved out there. He's in Austin too. Tom Segura and all them.
Do y'all think that Rogan had an influence on the election? Like some people are saying?
Yeah, he did.
I think he was the one that tipped the scales on that one. Like who actually tipped the actual scales? If people were just on one side or the other, it was Joe Rogan.
I would say the biggest one that had influence was Elon Musk for sure. But Rogan definitely had and Rogan came in like the midnight hour, he came at the very end. So I don't know how much he had.
I think he was the one at the end who changed some of the people's minds who were still on the fence line. Like, I don't know if I should vote for him. I think Rogan did a big part of the election on that one.
Yeah, they were saying that there's just two camps, and they already know who they're going to vote for. And then there's that. I think Bill Maher was saying that the two camps already know who they're going to vote for, and then there's just people that are kind of deciding. And like you're saying, I think that Rogan had an influence, and then even Trump was saying that his son kind of put him up.
Dude, Barron had a huge influence because they're calling him the podcast president.
Wow.
Yeah, Trump is known as the podcast president right now in the news.
Crazy.
And
he got on PBD podcast. He got on.
He went on what's it called? What's that dude? The redneck guy. Oh, the funny one.
Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
JD Vance was on there. That was a good one with JD Vance.
Yeah. But
cool.
They're saying now, dude, that they're gonna give press passes to the podcasters now. Like Daily Wire's getting one. I'm sure Steven Crowder's gonna get one. Like the Big House podcast.
That would be cool.
Or they're the ones that tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck watches mainstream? Like my mom, right?
We don't even have cable no more, bro.
It's basically the boomers and all that stuff who are watching it still.
Once the boomers die out, bro, it's mainstream media is gone. Like that's it. Nobody's gonna and that's why. And we're gonna watch a clip in a little bit, but that's why Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon and all these political hacks, they're out there doing podcasts now, and a lot of people are trying to switch to a podcast. Now I don't know why you said you got started to help people that were going in the same situation, which is cool. We just started a podcast because we wanted to have an excuse to hang out more and drink.
Yeah. I heard that story. I've heard that story several times, bro, from different podcasts. Yeah, it's not uncommon.
That's the only reason. We're like, we make each other laugh, so let's just see if we make other people laugh. And if we do, fuck, that's awesome. If we don't, I mean, hey, we got a buzz.
It's taking over our lives, man. Like, but it's a good thing for us to do because like it keeps us busy. It keeps us out of trouble too. Like, but man, I've turned half my house into a studio already.
Word, hey, I need to start doing that, bro. This is my dining room, but I've been trying to do that too. That's awesome, man.
Shit, I'm in a fucking garage. Look at this. But I saw it on your Corpus Christi Legends. Is that what it's called, right?
Yeah, Corpus Christi Originals.
I'm gonna put all your links in there as well when we post it. I did see dude, you have a legit space there, man.
I rent the studio. There's a studio downtown called Produce, which El Dusty, I don't know if y'all familiar with him. He has a spot and he rents out different studios like for musicians, and he has a podcast studio. So I started renting that out, and that's the space that I use there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, we should go.
Bro, and you've had some fucking heavy hitters on there, right? Like
Chingo Bling was like the latest one that I had.
You had Chingo Bling?
Yeah, he was on there.
How did you pull that shit out?
Well, Javi Luna, who was a local here, Javi Luna, the comedian. He was on my episode 1, but he knows Chingo Bling because he tours with them sometime, and Chingo Bling was reaching out to get on different podcasts, and then Javi Luna asked me, "Hey, Chingo Bling wants to come on." So he came on. Yeah, and for his episode, I didn't want to do a solo. I wanted to do like in a group because he's already been on so many different podcasts. So it was me, Chingo Bling, Javi Luna, and another comedian, Lito Cortez.
Oh, bro, you got to send me that one. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's episode 80, somewhere around there. I'll send it to you.
Okay, did that one kill? Like, it was good?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It's funny because what you think will kill won't kill. You know what I mean?
Dude,
yeah, we experienced a lot of that. Man.
I'll put up something. I'm like, dude, this one's kind of whack, bro. I'm like, whatever. I just throw it out there, and it's like, hey, fucking 800 views. Like, what the fuck? Like, why that one? And then the shit I think is great. No, like 7 views, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, like the one we put energy and hard time into, they don't get nothing. I'm like,
nothing, bro. I just looking at it like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
I've actually been getting. I think on Instagram they've been doing promotions for studios that are in San Antonio. I was like, man, I wish you know, maybe we could, like if I interview you guys or something like on Corpus Christi Originals, like maybe I could travel over there. I was thinking of doing something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we definitely got to go out there when you have one, man. That'd be fun.
Yeah, because I'm in like most of the time in the summertime, spring. I'm in Corpus almost every 2 weeks fishing because I got one of those overlanders on my truck, one of those overland tents, and I go out there for like 3 days out. You know where
Bro.
Valley Park is? If you're looking at the pier, you take a ride, you go down 4-wheel drive country, and you just go out down there for like miles. I'll just find a cove and right at the 262 channel and just park there and just start fishing. And I'll be there for 3 days.
He's
Hell
just
yeah,
jerking
bro.
off, dude. He ain't fishing. He's playing with that fucking rod.
That's nighttime fun right there.
But yeah. So my homeboy's building. Supposedly he's gonna be building the studio soon. The one that we're on with a lot.
Cool.
So that'll be cool, man. And yeah, if you ever come down, bro, we'll fucking have you for
Dude,
sure.
hell yeah. I don't think there's a lot of channel. I mean, I don't. They may be, but like people that are Hispanic or Mexican American talking about conservative stuff. You know what I mean?
There's some, but not like you said, it's not like an abundance of them. And but that's what I say too. Like it's like, dude, Latinos are naturally conservative, man. I don't know why the fuck this is controversial. Like take care of our women. We want families. We take care of our families. You know.
Yeah.
We do all that shit. I mean, not everybody, of course, but I'm just talking like the majority.
Yeah, and we're
that's a conservative thing right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're in Texas too. Like, and I work in the oil field, and of course, you got the, you know, the white people or Anglo, whatever you want to call them, that are conservative as well. And then, like, I always get the normal, like, oh, he's a Mexican, he's Democrat. You know what I mean? That type of vibe from them. But when I start,
Uncle Juan. Nah.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And then I start talking with them, and I start telling them, they're like, "Oh, okay, this is actually a good one." You know what I mean?
Yeah, they always. I remember when I was in Japan, I was telling Chris about this. I remember there was. It's all woke people that travel like that are teaching English. You see a lot of like it's younger people. So, and Japan's a little different. You have older people, but I like you get those people there.
Yeah.
And this girl comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, you're American?" I said, "Yeah." And then she goes, "Oh, you're Hispanic? That's cool." And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, I'm really sorry for what's going on in America. And I was like, why? What's going on in America? And she goes, Trump got elected. And I said, oh yeah, I was part of that, And then she's like, yeah, he wants to deport your people. And I was like, so you just assume my people are fucking illegal? And then she just looked. She goes, no, I didn't say that. And I was like, I think you did say that.
It just came out of your mouth. I heard it.
I'm right here. You see me.
Yeah, bro. Like you, girl. I'm American, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm from Texas. I'm American, bro. I don't understand why y'all think that.
Yeah. And even better, I'm a Texan, like you said. Fuck that.
Oh, those are bragging rights right there. When you're American and you're Texan.
Hey, yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
They don't get no more American than that.
Get those Randy Marsh balls, dude.
Yeah.
But no, I was saying the same thing. But oh, dude, I could imagine having Chingo Bling. That's fucking amazing, bro. The Pepino. I love his little skits, bro.
Me too, bro.
Dude, they're fucking hilarious, dude. Like I have like one of those you know how when you watch a certain amount of people on Facebook and stuff like that, you get a badge.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm one of those motherfuckers.
Really?
Oh, Jock Rider. Right? Hey, come on.
I got it with pride and everything.
I know. Hey, I got this from FB, But he's just a funny dude. Like I just think he's really funny. And I don't know his politics, but I know a couple people been saying he's been getting more conservative. Oh, yeah. And I'm not 100% sure on that, but I mean, I don't care because no matter what, man, I'll separate politics from the artists and anything with music because there's a lot of bands I love and they're like hardcore BLM.
He said that he lost a lot of fans because he came out as, I guess, conservative or Republican, whatever, and that a lot of people were like, "Oh, I can't believe this," and he lost fans because of it. It sucks.
Did he gain fans too?
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's gonna go on both sides because you're gonna gain fans at the same time.
Well, he gained me. Yeah. I known about him for a long time, but once he came out like in that, I started hearing that, and then I started like, let me go into this, and then I started looking at his little 3-minute reels, and I was like, dude, he's fucking hilarious. God damn, I haven't
seen too many of his reels.
Dude, they're hilarious, bro.
Yeah, he's got Tio Juventino is a character that he does.
Yes, and so is he from LA, right?
No, he's from Houston.
I thought. That's right. Okay. Yeah. I thought he was okay. That's right.
But, yeah, he did a lot of LA podcasts just recently. I think he said he lived there for like a year or something.
Okay.
But he's originally from Houston.
Shit, that's awesome, man. Especially if you know comedians like that. Because I was watching your shit and I was like, damn, that that setup and everything. I was like, that's cool, man. It's
Yeah,
really
bro.
nice.
Hey, dude, that thing made a difference because I was doing Zooms from right here, bro, just like we're doing now. When I first started, probably episode shoot like 40 or something. That's when I started going to that studio, and then I put clips. So I use Opus Clip. It clips up your long form video.
Mm.
So I would put clips on TikTok, and dude, it blew up. Like it, I got a bunch of followers just from posting those clips inside that studio.
See, we got screwed with that, dude. We got banned on TikTok after like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What, bro?
Yeah, because we talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
We
Why
talk
did
a
y'all get
lot
banned?
of- Huh?
Why did y'all get banned?
Dude, the last strike I got that banned us because I'm kind of the one that takes care of all the media stuff, like posting and all that kind of stuff, and so I was posting like our shorts, and a couple times we're just talking shit, just acting stupid, like the way McDonald's at a fucking barbecue, we're gonna
Right.
talk shit,
Mm-hmm.
and we're I had mentioned all I did was mention, hey, y'all need to look at Scrimeti versus U.S. versus Scrimeti. That's a
Oh,
very big, and I don't know if you're like knowledgeable on that.
yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Wow.
Yeah, so the NAACP, a trans lawyer, it went to the Supreme Court, man. It happened like a month ago, and it was basically about parents' rights and like when kids will say they want to transition, how parents will deny them, and they're saying that's like a human right to transition and be
Oh,
able to.
wow.
So like how like a lot of people, and especially in Tim Waltz's Minnesota, if a kid wants to transition and you say no, they could take like
Take the kid away.
they could take your kid away.
Damn.
And they're saying that's not happening. It's like, yeah, it is, bitch. Like it is happening. And I was telling people, I didn't even say what was about the case. I just said was y'all need to, especially parents, or if you're gonna be a parent, like if you want, like, if, you have in your mind you're gonna have a family, you might want to look at this case and fucking follow it because it's gonna really have a big impact on parents' rights. And because
Wow.
I tell you what, my kid tells me I'm trans. I'm gonna pull down his fucking underwear and be like, "Look
Yeah.
at that fucking little dick, bitch!" Like, look at
Exactly, bro. That's basically what you got to do. That's what I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
now go ahead.
No, I tell my daughter, like, I'll constantly remind her, is dad a boy or girl? Boy. Baby brother, he's a boy or girl? Boy. Mommy, boy or girl? Girl. So
Yeah,
you know what
you
I
need
mean?
that shit. But that's what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm like, whatever, dude. You're 18. You can fucking go do what the hell you need to do. I mean, but I'm always gonna call you your birth gender. I'm not gonna. And if you want to be gay, I'm not like whatever. I'm gonna be sad for a minute, like, God damn it, dude. And then I'll probably just make gay jokes like, "Hey, son, how's that dick?" I would just make it fun, like whatever. Like, hey, get that cock breath away from me, boy.
Yeah, dude, it's like don't let them have that role in your family to be
Yeah,
able to, you know what I mean? I mean, why it sucks, man, when they get involved in that way, whether it's family or whatever, like, 'cause, I mean, got their hands in all kinds of different industries, and they're deciding,
especially Disney, man. But it's true. Like they have a big impact, and fathers have a big impact too. On how they're gonna be raised.
Yeah, fathers play one of the biggest roles, man.
But you need both. Yeah, I mean, fathers and mothers, because you need that tender side. Your mother, and then it's just it's a weird thing that they're trying to do. Like Biden said in air on TV, these are our kids. Like he was talking about American kids, like they're our kids, and it's like, no, motherfucker,
Mm-mm.
we don't belong to the state. Like
Yeah.
y'all work for us, first of all. Second of all, my kids are my kids. Now, if I'm abusing them, which I would never do, but I'm just saying, like, scenarios where people abuse them and all that. Yeah, those people you need to remove those kids from a toxic situation.
Mhm.
But you telling me because I don't want to trans my kid? Nah, fuck you with those
Yeah.
hormone blockers and shit. No, I ain't doing that.
You
Like
do,
we're not
you
playing
just
that.
you'll destroy that kid, man. Like, have you seen those testimonies of people that went through that and
So
later
they're
on?
Charlie Kirk and Daily Wire with Ben Shapiro, they're doing a new documentary on that shit. They just teamed up the other day. They came out and announced it.
Fuck, that's
And
pretty
they're
good.
doing a big documentary on like retransitioning and all the harmful shit that's happened
Yeah.
with women. They can't have kids.
Is Candace on that one?
Candace is no longer with Daily Wire.
Well, I know
man.
she's on the wire, but I'm just saying, like,
No, it's Charlie Kirk and
If it's if it's like trending or something, like she does it, it seems like it. I mean,
Greg Cooper's not even with Daily Wire anymore.
I heard
Oh.
about that.
Yeah, I've been trying to follow that story, but nothing.
Yeah.
I haven't heard nothing yet. They're keeping their mouths shut on that part.
There's a lot of speculation, right?
Yeah,
They love that Candace Owens fight, man. Everybody was all about it. They're like, "Fuck, what happened?" And Oh, and it's because Israel's such a hot topic.
Yeah, when Candace left, it was like, what the fuck?
I don't know about y'all, but I'm so fucking tired of the Israel fucking debates, bro. I'm done.
Everyone's tired of this.
What's your side? Like, what do you mean? So what's going on there?
Oh, with the whole Israel and Hamas shit going on,
Yeah.
and like the whole history, and Dave Smith is a great comedian. I like him, and I think he's a highly intellectual person. I mean, he knows his shit. You know who Dave Smith is, the libertarian.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
probably
that's the
gotta see him,
one.
yeah.
Trump going to the libertarian convention actually helped him a lot too. By the way, when we're talking
Oh,
about
wow.
that, yeah, man, that fucking gave him a lot of things, a lot of points, and you know, libertarians are libertarians, bro. They're out there. But Dave Smith's like one of the leaders of the Libertarian Party, and he's a comedian, and he does these debates, and he wrecks people, bro. Like he fucking wrecks people. What is this? Fuck. Why am I? Oh, Dennis Prager. He wrecked Dennis Prager one time.
Oh,
wow.
seriously?
I didn't see
Wow.
that.
Dude, yeah, he fucking annihilated him, and I was like, oh, dude, because he knows his shit. He knows what it. And you know, Israel's done some fucked up things too. They supported Hamas in a lot of ways, just because they, you know, it's a whole history which I don't even want to get into because I'm so tired of it.
Yeah.
But everybody's having those debates, and it's like, I get it, and I also get like when you hide behind children and women, you're a coward piece of shit, like
Oh, yeah,
Hamas does.
definitely.
And I cannot be on your side ever, but I also know Israel's done some stupid shit.
How long has that conflict been going on?
Dude,
between Israel
it's
and-
forever, dude.
right?
Yeah, it's a never-ending conflict.
Yeah,
And
the birth of Christ, right?
yeah,
right?
it's biblical. It's a
I
biblical
was gonna
fight.
say, like,
And it's like, dude, I'm just like, fuck. I'm tired of hearing like the Middle East. It's gonna Middle East, bro. Like that's what they do. They fight. They have they that's what they've
Well,
always
they're
done.
bred with that. It's like, I mean, the moment they're born, it's just like
Well, I mean,
so-
it's part of their
it's part of their
ingrained in them.
religion, the upbringing. That's all it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I had just a funny story. Just get off that, but I had we have a lot of refugees here in San Antonio, like from you have them from Palestine. Yeah, I mean Palestine. You have what is it, Afghanistan, and all kinds of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had at the time when I was teaching, because I used to teach history. We're there in the class, and we had all these Afghani refugees, right? And they're like war torn. You know, they didn't know English. They didn't go to school in their own country and all this. So these kids would pick on them because, and it's true, and I get it why they do it, because you know they kind of have that stench, right? They don't shower the way we do in Western countries. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's just what what it is, right?
It's all the spices too. They've been eating spices, so they sweat.
No, but they don't shower, bro.
Oh, I know they don't. They don't wear deodorant or anything.
They smell like arcas, bro. Like not to be mean, but they do. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I get it. Okay. And I tell them like, hey, dude, but be nice. Don't be a dick, you know? And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be a dick. So they would make fun of them, right? And one time that little girl, she turned around and said, don't fuck with me. I didn't even know she knew English. And the kids are like, one of the kids goes up to her and goes, I'm from the hood, bitch. Like, I don't know. And I said, and I put the kid to the side and I said, bro, she's from dodging fucking drone attacks. I was like, motherfucker, your hood is nothing compared to what this bitch has gone through.
Wartime child right there, bro.
This bitch is in the trenches for real. And the ones that you talk
They
about,
sent her to do a suicide bomb one time.
yeah, I was like, you talk about metaphorical trenches. She's like in literal trenches, you know.
Yeah, like her fear is on a different fucking scale.
Yeah.
She's
And
not that scared of you.
And I told him, I was like, I'm just being real, man. I wouldn't fuck with somebody
Crazy,
that's been
bro.
through war-torn fucking situations.
Yeah.
And then he just looked at me and he kind of like, oh, like he kind of realized, like, and I was like, just letting you know, man, like you don't want to fuck with these
Like,
people.
she'll eat you for breakfast. Bro.
It's like this bitch will shank you and go fucking have dinner. Go eat noodles like it's
Like
nothing.
it's nothing tastes.
Like and she was a sweet kid. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to. I'm just talking shit, you know. But she was a really sweet kid, but she was just tired of the bullying. And I was like, bro, like they would just talk shit, and it's true, man. Like you get these motherfuckers coming in from war torn countries. You might want to slow your roll, you know, because
Yeah.
your hood ain't her hood.
Right on, man. I was just in San Antonio a few days ago. I delivered propane over there to NISD.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
It was
Okay.
at kind of east, never each
Northeast Independent School District.
Yeah, exactly. It was off of 115 or 151 or something like that.
151, yeah.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah, I don't go through San Antonio much, just like probably to work and stuff like that. But it seems like a big city, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge, bro. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about that the fires going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, before we end up, but I wanted to show that clip. It's Maxine Waters and
Yeah.
Cuomo. What do they call him again? What's that from The Godfather? What's that?
Which one?
Oh, they have his name. The one that he kisses like when he's gonna kill him.
Oh, I don't remember that
Oh
one. No,
my God.
I don't.
Anyways, I forgot what they call it. They call him a nickname, but Chris Como, I don't trust that guy. I think he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he seems kind of funny, right?
I don't know why Pat PBD put him on, and I mean whatever. I still love PBD.
Right.
He's not biased though. PBD. He
Oh,
just he'll bring on it.
But Chris Como is misinformation. That guy is a walking epitome of misinformation.
Yeah, I mean the whole all season
fuck that.
was.
But the fires are pretty wild, man. I'm sure. Well, I don't know what have you learned from those fires?
Yeah, well, of course, they're devastating a lot of neighborhoods, and then I'm just hearing that it's the people, the owners' fault, not the owners, but the
mayor,
mayors or whatever.
governor.
Yeah, because they could have had that money, set aside for that type of stuff in case it does happen.
Yep.
And then you're hearing Trump was talking about on Rogan like several weeks before or a month before that they could have had all these the water that naturally froze through there, to prevent it from starting to begin with. So that's as far as like I know. And I kind of watched that clip that you were watching. I was watching it with my wife, and she was like, it's their fault. Like they make it like seem they're trying to do something now, but they could have already done
predicted that.
But I mean, it's everybody predicted it. And Trump just said it, and he has a big voice.
But he's been talking about this for a long time too.
I mean, they have them every year. I know when I lived in San Diego, I used to see them quite a bit, like at least once a year. I was telling, we were talking about it in this. We interviewed his brother because he was a 20-year Marine veteran, and we were talking about how sometimes when you wake up, your car's full of ash, and you gotta wash it right away because it eats your paint. So it's an interesting. Now they're saying they're spending like hundreds of million, like a 200 million or 100 million or something like that, was going towards illegal immigrants. Yeah. As you know, they're like 70. I think it was like 77,000 people that they're giving a free Medicaid for illegals. And you remember when they were offering $100,000 for illegals to buy houses in California?
No way.
Oh, for the mortgage?
Yes, dude. They were giving away to illegals. Like what? And then they're giving them free college. It's like,
yeah, the money they've been wasting is crazy. Like, over $1 billion on homeless the homeless situation. And they have
why would they allow it to just burn, bro? Like I don't understand.
Well, the thing is mismanagement of the of the brush, right? They're not cleaning it up. They're not doing anything about it. Also, like LA, people don't understand that it's like desert. They just put a city in the middle of a desert. Like,
California is very dry. They have to have reservoirs in certain parts of that state to provide water for emergencies and everything. And most of the water is sent from other states. It's a dry state.
Yeah, it's like when I lived there, bro. I remember it would be like little drizzle rain, like little bit. And I was in San Diego, not LA. And they would I would call my friends that are that I met friends there, and I'd be like, hey, where are we going tonight? Nah, bro, it's shitty outside. I ain't gonna drive. And I'm like, it's fucking sprinkling, bro.
That's nothing compared to what we get in Texas sometimes.
And it wasn't everybody, but I remember a good amount of people telling me that. And I'm like, bro, it's not that bad. Like, and I mean, because they just don't get it. And the shit, I mean, that's going on. They fired a lot of firefighters for not taking the jab. The mayor is just shit. Not even dude. I mean, just terrible.
She'll resign soon.
There's so many things that got them to that point. And now it's real big because it's rich people's houses.
Right. They
don't give a fuck when it's poor people.
No.
They would just be like, well, shit happens. And they're saying like already they know a few are man-made because they have videos of people throwing gasoline like little things and walking away.
Why? I don't understand this, bro.
Because
like
insurance money probably.
So I did read no, not insurance money. No, because they ain't gonna get shit. A lot of them don't. They're not even insured.
Well, I think they already passed the bill to where they're not allowing the insurance companies to back off this time.
No, where they put a cap. But I say those rich people give them $750 like you did in Maui and like you did in fucking North Carolina.
Hey,
like
right?
seriously, you give poor people $750 and you're gonna fuck these rich people. They could buy their own shit. And I don't take joy in anybody's misery, dude. I feel bad for those people. That sucks, bro. I personally know somebody that lost their home, my wife's friend, and like poor girl. They're like extremely rich, but still, I mean, possessions, your kids' pitch. I mean, there's so much shit that's probably gone, and I just I feel bad for that. But it's also like Adam Carolla said, like y'all voted for this shit. They told you, and that's why I said it's promises made, promises kept. Gavin Newsom said he's gonna spend all his money on illegals. Damn. He's not gonna give a fuck. He's gonna fucking save this one little fish.
The smelt fish.
Yeah, he's gonna do all this shit. Like y'all voted for it. So
yeah, the thousands of tons of water they dump into the ocean, fresh water they dump into the ocean just for that one fucking fish.
Yeah,
It's stupid.
And again, I feel bad for the fucking people. I don't want to come off like
I mean,
they don't deserve it,
whenever
but they
something
voted
bad like
for
that
it.
happens, I mean, it doesn't matter who they are. It's an awful thing for anyone to go through.
Yeah,
right.
but I did want to show that. So this is the video we're gonna react to.
Nice. I like the setup.
Hey, yeah, it's like fuck it, see where it goes. But let's go ahead and listen to it.
Critical thinking requires food for thought. So at News Nation, what we do is we lay it out so you can understand the complexity of the sides. These fires are bad. They're on the watch of Democrats. Democrats should be to blame. Is that fair?
Yes.
Let's ask one of California's longest serving and most zealous members of Congress, California Democratic member of Congress, Maxine Waters. Madam Waters.
I just want to say she looks like a wax figurine, right? That's melting.
Yeah, she's been looking like that. She's not aging well.
Dude, that chick is fuglums, dude. God damn, you ugly bitch.
That's her bitch.
You one ugly bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go first. Sorry, man.
Oh, you good? You good? You good?
Always a pleasure to see you. Happy New Year, and I am sorry for what your state is dealing with.
Thank you, and it's good to be on the program at this very special time where all of this devastation is going on in LA County and around. Let me just say this. Today, I was at Westminster Presbyterian Church in Pasadena, and the people at that church, ministers, community leaders, all, they want more attention on Altadena. Altadena has, working people, people who may not have enough money by which to go and rent a hotel maybe for, months to come, etc. And so I would like to ask you and any other media individuals that may be listening, do everything that you can to get attention on Altadena. That whole area has just about been flattened, and we have working class people do not have a lot of resources. The other thing that I did was I contacted the School of Social Work over at UCLA because I believe that social workers have a role to play with cases.
It looks like fucking Mad Max. Look at that shit.
Yeah, like an apocalypse. Bro.
It's what was that? Escape from LA. You remember that movie?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, really? With Russell. What's
Kurt
the name?
Russell.
Kurt Russell. Yeah, it's a good movie. Watch the old movie. But dude, just looking at that, dude, it's like a movie, bro. It's crazy.
I can't stand. I don't know. I can't stand listening to these people talk.
Oh, dude,
I'm just like, man,
that's why I like you, bro.
stop already.
Like nails to a chalkboard, man. That's what it is.
Exactly.
It's like, you just put it on and it's like you fucking 2 seconds in. Man, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You stupid bitch. No, but oh, dude, I look. It gets worse. This is why I wanted to watch it.
Case management. We have people, not everybody's rich, and we have people who are, don't know where they're going. People who are in temporary situations that need some help in finding a place to live. Dude, we have people who need food. We have people who need health care, all of that. And so that's what I'm concentrated on. Now, I did hear you and Adam, talk about Democrats versus Republicans. I'm not into that. I'm not into the blame game. I'm not into talking about whether or not Gavin Newsom is trying to protect himself and run for president. None of that. When I watched it, I was like, is she saying the loud part? I mean, she's saying the quiet part out loud. Like she said, Gavin Newsom's running for president. So are they telling us that? Because nobody mentioned that.
Yeah.
She just threw that out there for no reason. Like, what? Okay.
So she knows something we don't know.
That goddamn snake in the grass.
Yeah.
Dude. But yes, I love how she says that shit. We're not playing the blame game because it's you that's to blame.
It's y'all's turn to blame this time. Like,
it's like
you're blaming everyone else but yourselves.
Can you imagine I fucking tweet on my wife and I say, well, I'm not here to play the blame game. Hey, it's not talking about whose penis was in some random vagina.
That's not important right now.
What we need to do is stick to this. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, just looking at that, what are your thoughts, Jesus, man? It fucking makes me sick.
Yeah. Like, first of all, like, I just don't want to listen anymore because I already know they're just fluff it all up. And then I guess to her credit, like she already threw out what they were gonna throw at her. Like, oh, y'all have been like bringing up Newsom's name and talking about it first before they talking about it to her. You know what I mean? If they do bring it up, like, well, what are you doing with the monies that you do have? You know what I mean?
She's like, oh, we gave it to fucking little Juanito and Juanita.
It's crazy. It's crazy how now their narrative is changing on this, and I'm like we're not in charge of California. You guys are. Hardworking people are paying taxes for you motherfuckers to prevent this kind of shit from happening. And if it does happen, to have a solution.
Like one of the highest tax places in the fucking world, and they've done nothing with that.
They just clearly showed it.
Nothing, bro. Like it's wild to me, bro, that they would be this incompetent. And people continue to keep voting that way, man. Like Gavin Newsom, remember they had that recount shit that they were doing where he had to get elected again. And I was like, maybe California's waking up, bro. And then boom. Oh, Gavin Newsom. I said, forget it.
Dude,
I'm never going to California.
Blah, blah, blah.
And that's because we went to California recently. Dude, it's a beautiful place, man.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And I was like, man, I wish they had Texas over, like the government over here, you know what I mean? And then
it'll grow so
if we
fast.
had their beaches and their weather, I would never for real never leave Texas. I'd be like, fuck this, I'm right here. I'm still not gonna leave Texas, but still if I leave Texas, it's back to Japan. But the weather here,
and the way she brings up like the blame game, like she already knows that's gonna happen, so she throws it first. You know what I mean?
It's
politics, bro.
Yeah, it's stupid. Like when there's a shooting, the fucking bodies haven't even gotten to the morgue, and they're already talking about gun control and all kinds of politicizing every little thing.
NRA, gun control.
If there's a white nationalist that does anything, that motherfucker is like, oh, and it's the Republicans, it's Trump and his fucking rhetoric, and it's like,
we're like, what are you talking about?
All he said was deport people. That's the law. You know,
it's like that's the whole reason why we should have guns, for people like to protect from people like that.
I agree, man. I don't even want to hear this stupid bitch anymore. I'm not even gonna react to the whole thing. I'm like,
get her off.
One of the big things that I saw. I do want to show this little clip because this tells a lot, and this is what we've been saying for the longest time, and we get called conspiracy theorists for it.
Oh, wow.
But it's fucking great that they finally started to.
Oh yeah.
To admit their crimes. By the way, we have freedom of speech. So let's go ahead and listen to Mark Zuckerberg fucking cuck like always.
These people from the Biden administration would call up our team and like scream at them and curse, and it's like these documents it's all kind of out there.
Did you record any of those phone calls?
I don't think we but I think
I want to listen.
I mean, there are emails. the emails are published. It's all kind of out there, and they're like. And basically, it just got to this point where we were like, "No, we're not gonna take down things that are true. That's ridiculous."
You did do.
They wanted us to take down this meme of Leonardo DiCaprio looking at a TV, talking about how 10 years from now or something, you're gonna see an ad that says, "Okay, if you took a COVID vaccine, you're eligible for, for this kind of payment," like this sort of like class action lawsuit type meme. And they're like, "No, you have to take that down." We just said no. We're not going to take down humor and satire. We're not going to take down things that are true.
But you did.
And then at some point, I guess I don't know. It flipped a bit. I mean, Biden, when he gave some statement at some point. I don't know if it was a press conference or to some journalists, where he basically was like, "These guys are killing people," and I don't know. Then like. All these different agencies and branches of government basically just like started investigating and coming after our company. It was brutal. It was brutal.
Wow.
Now I don't feel sympathy for this man because
no.
I think he is a puppet though. I think they played him and he's realizing it. But they did silence people. Not that they wanted us to. You did it. Like just say we did it. If he came out and said, "You know what, we fucked up." Remember they had the Zuckerbucks. For the fucking election with the 2020 election where he was giving money, like doing what Elon Musk was doing.
Did he give like 500 million?
He was part of it. They silenced the Hunter laptop story. And did you watch this, by the way, Jesus? Did you watch the?
Yeah, I watched a bit of it, but I saw that the main clip where he was saying that he was going to basically uncensor and have community notes like X or whatever that is changing it. But yeah, I did watch some of it.
I watched about the first hour and a half, and then they got into like MMA stuff. And then I didn't see the ending yet. But Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know if you picked up on it, but he's like apologizing like for the government. He's saying like Joe Rogan says, don't you think people should get arrested and be charged? He goes, I don't know about that. Where they lost the election, that's enough. And I'm like, no, that's not
No, it's
enough, bro.
not. No, that's just the beginning.
No, that's the beginning.
I wonder why he's making this play though, bro. Like I'm always like looking ahead, like why are they doing this? You know what I
Because
mean?
he knows the tide's changing, right? I
He
mean,
has
you
no
can see-
safety in this game.
Yeah, he
anymore.
knows like I gotta kiss Trump's ass because you know they'll get rid of that fucking those protections that social media has.
Wow.
And yeah, so he's just covering his own ass. And then now he's trying to come out. And I know I even did
Yeah.
a whole bit on it. I know he did MMA and it's kind of made him more conservative and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But he just I feel like he just tucks his fucking cock back and goes wherever the fuck he needs to.
Damn, bro, that sucks,
his own ass.
man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But- Yeah, go ahead.
No, even like Elon was saying, like once, like I don't know, it could be wrong, but that once he started doing it, and then he's like other platforms have to start doing it as well. Do y'all believe that?
Well, he's
And
gonna
it's
do
shared
exactly what Elon did with X with the community notes. He's getting rid of the third party fact checkers. So what was the problem is they had these third party fact checkers, and Facebook washed their hands from it because they're like, we're not the ones censoring you. It's those people, and then those people will blame Facebook, so they all
Oh,
just blame each other. And the third party fact checkers, they would just deem anything that they were that
'cause
they,
most
fe-
of them
they
were
felt
wrong,
offensive.
too.
Yeah, they were wrong. Like a lot of them, Tim Pool talks about it all the time. Tim Pool's like, dude, I had to call these people
Yeah.
over and over, and they would say, "Oh yeah, you're right." Some of them, I think even Steven Crowder got fucking banned on YouTube for quoting the CDC, the fucking CDC. Like, are you serious? And
Yeah.
saying that the influenza, the flu, is more dangerous than COVID for young
Wow.
people, young children. And he read it from the website. So it was a censor campaign. It was a 4 years of just censorship. And they're trying to wash their hands of it and pretend like there's no accountability and no blame for it. Like it's kind of like what Maxine Waters did. Like, I'm not here to play the blame game. You know? Hey, we don't need to point fingers. Especially,
Let's all be fucking nice on this conversation.
pointed to me. What the fuck is this? I didn't do that.
Someone behind
He's
me.
not going to run for president.
I know, and it's so fucking stupid, all that stuff. But it is a lot of stuffs came out like when Elon Musk bought Twitter, right? And when he had it was called the Twitter Files, and I like that he changed it to X, so they call it
The X Files.
They call it the X Files.
Wow. Cool.
You know, dude, Matt Taibbi, he's a journalist, man, and he's like a hardcore left. He's a lefty. Now I wouldn't say he's a hardcore, but he's like a '90s liberal, which is not even a lefty. And that I feel like '90s liberals are pretty chill. And he was the one breaking the stories, him and one of his partners, and when they were coming out, dude, Matt Taibbi was like, dude, this is crazy. The amount of government suppression that's going on in this thing. Like the government was like, they had planted their own people in there, and they were telling them what they can post, what they can't post. It was insane. So all these things came out, and then you see Mark Zuckerberg coming out with that and talking about Biden's people are yelling at his staff, and Joe Rogan looked like he wanted to masturbate to the. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah, let her a little bit more. You know,
Give me like 10 more seconds.
he's all rubbing his fucking crotch on the chair. Like, damn, Rogan, you're a little too happy there, brother. I love Joe Rogan, by the way. But I just like seeing all this stuff. It starts to basically tell you like you were right the whole time. Like we've been right the whole fucking time if people paying attention. And now they're kind of doing that. Yeah, I mean you're right, but we don't need to blame anybody, you know.
Oh, come on. They would do it right back to the other side. If the roles were flipped, they would do the same thing.
Oh, dude, they would be on a loop.
Yep.
If any of Trump's kids did anything remotely close, like I would say, not even what he did, just a little bit close to what Hunter did, bro, they would fucking crucify Trump's kids.
24/7 loop on that.
It would be insane as it is. Like now, even what's his name? The one that has a talk show, the bald-headed dude, Oprah's friend, Phil. Yes. What's his name again?
No, I thought he was talking about Alex Jones because he's bald.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, I'm dead.
Front's great.
He's like the god of conspiracies, dude. I love that. I love that.
But he's usually right.
But he's usually right. Yeah, like his most of his conspiracies were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That to be true.
My favorite clip of him, he's all, well, I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
Oh, he goes on the
You're
Rogan
not that
podcast. He
God.
goes on the Rogan podcast. He's like, I have a list of things I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, bro, yes, he's such a badass dude. Like, I love him. I would love to meet that man. And everybody says the way he is on camera, he's like that in real life, bro. Like,
Yeah,
he's to the
crazy.
teeth.
Full of energy, full of conspiracies, dude. I would
Imagine
love to
he's
sit
like,
down and have
hey,
lunch
give me a
with
beer
that
over there. The fucking government, they're fucking ass raping.
guy. Like, tell me more. What?
They're ass raping lady boys up. It can't even make sense. They're ass raping lady
He started
boys.
to talk like
I know,
Alex Jones.
right? He's just fucking going off. I love that guy. But no, Dr. Phil came out and said he's all like, dude, the way, because did you see they charged Trump but not charged him? They said you're guilty. I forgot what they called it. Look it up real quick, Chris.
I think it was like time served.
No, it wasn't time served. It was something else. Look it up. Put what happened to Trump.
Wow.
So they charged them, made him guilty, and on top of that, they're like, you're gonna like they gave him like you're gonna do the time, but you're not gonna do the time. You know, like they have a new word for it.
And this was for what? What did
For
they
the
charge?
hush money case.
Okay.
Yeah, it says President-elect Donald Trump will not face no legal penalties for his conviction of hush money case. Judge Juan Merchan upheld Trump's conviction of the case of January 3rd, 2025, rejected the president-elect effort to throw the jury's verdict. So,
No, look, it's
yeah, we got to go further on that one.
So it was hush money for
Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels.
Oh, okay.
And there was no law broken. She actually broke her deal of the side of the deal in that one, because she actually started talking about it, and she was paid not to talk about it. When she talked about it, well, she went against the.
I wonder what they're gonna try to sue
There it is.
for this term.
Unconditional discharge. So they call it unconditional discharge, right? Now, when you look it up, unconditional discharge. Unconditional discharge, what it is basically they got him on 34 felony counts, which is
Bullshit.
It was all technicalities. And an unconditional discharge waives legal penalties for a crime, but does not negate the conviction. When handling down the sentence, Merchan stressed that it was due to legal protections of the office of the president, but not to the individual. So basically, the verdict still stands. And what they wanted to do, and that Dr. Phil wrote about it, which was pretty wild. It's wild to see Dr. Phil kind of go on the like in the common sense lane. I'm not even call it the right anymore. It's just common sense. He's saying like everybody can see now that this was just to make him a felon, so they could kind of have that talking point.
Wow.
And that's what it is. I mean, people have been saying this forever, but now it's just like here you go on a silver platter for you, conspiracy guys.
Did it for. They just wanted that felon part on his title.
They're all just fucking eat it. And, so it was definitely he says it was definitely political targeting and all that kind of stuff, and that's what Biden did. He was targeting his opponent, and he basically says like he hopes Trump doesn't take that same route and do that. But everybody's always saying that like let's get back to normal. Fuck normal, bro. Normal is you getting away with shit. We need to get people to fucking get charged like regular people, because if we do something, we get charged. Fuck you. You're not above the law.
Yeah,
so
for real.
now,
except for Hunter Biden,
I don't want to politically target anybody, but if you broke the law, right or left, I don't give a fuck what party you're in. You need to be charged, man.
Yeah, there's justice need to be due for that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
like
I
I wish I had that much money. And
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
charged.
I got that fuck you money.
Yeah,
That's like legit fuck you money right there,
Dude.
for real.
Elon Musk literally said, fuck you. What did he say?
Yeah.
He said,
To the advertisers, are you talking
Yeah,
about
well,
that?
Oh,
How do you
he's
say-
all go fuck yourself.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
And he's all hi Bob.
How did
Yeah,
that watch that fucking sound like?
Dude, that was like the most epic kick in the balls right there to Disney.
Like, to have that kind of set in your pants, dude.
Dude,
Oh,
for real.
And to even talk shit
He
and
opens his
pick
pants.
on Bill Gates.
It's glorious.
Like it's like that one meme he put on X. He was all it was like here's a good way to lose a boner, and it was Bill Gates like being all fat, and it was a picture of a pregnant man next to him.
Yeah. Dude, but Elon Musk has been just based as fuck. I think with Kash Patel coming in and Bondi coming in, I think there's going to be some indictments for sure.
Yeah, they're gonna lay the big dick of the law now.
I mean, a lot of people broke
Man,
the
that'd
fucking
be
law
awesome.
to get this down, to get Donald Trump in that way.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting.
Do you think Canada and Greenland will be part of the United States?
Well, the Canada thing is a joke.
Yeah,
like
no,
you can tell
they're
Trump's,
just taking that shit serious.
yeah,
I don't know why, but
Trump is having a good time and he's joking about it.
Greenland, I think, will go down.
No, Greenland's going down.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
they're if you want to educate yourself a little bit, like as an easy like 10-minute video, who did it? It was Ben Shapiro, I believe. Ben Shapiro did like a little rundown on why America should take Greenland. And basically, I'll sum it up for you. An American is the one that discovered the top part of Greenland. So it was an American person, and they gave it away. And I think it was after World War II. So the guy that found Greenland, the one that discovered, not found, but discovered whatever, he was totally against the giving away of Greenland. And what's going on is like, so we have some kind of take with that, right? And then we end up giving it to Denmark. Is it Denmark?
Denmark.
Yeah, Denmark. And on top of that, it's near, it's way up there. So Russia and all that, and China have a bunch of ships there. So they're saying if we don't take it, Russia and China are eventually going to take it because Denmark cannot protect them.
So it's not. So they're saying it's a matter of security or
national security, and also it's just strategically in a great place. Like you would need that. So like especially Russia, I believe I forgot what percentage, it's some high percentage, 40 to 60 or something of their shipping stuff goes to there. So they're like they're gonna have some influence on there, and that's the same way with the Panama Canal. So the Panama Canal on both ends, it's a Chinese company that is the CCP that are running that shit, and Trump's like. And it's true, yeah. We built that with Roosevelt. Roosevelt fucking he got it all together. I mean, not just him, like one man, but he got it. He got the money. They raised the money. They did the all the construction of it, and then we gave it away like an idiot. I think that was Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter did it.
And Jimmy Carter gave that away, and it was like a stupid fucking deal. If the Chinese government, we get into conflict with them, and they close the Panama Canal, about 40% of our shipping deal would just done.
Wow.
And just to put it in perspective, it would be catastrophic for our country. Like, we would just go to shit in a day. Like, it would just be a snap of a finger. It'd be like the fucking the gauntlet.
Our military, our military uses that canal too.
Huh?
All of our military. That's how we get through.
Yeah, we're everything. Like, dude, we did that shit. Like, fuck you.
We paid for that.
Well, I mean, we started a revolution with Colombia because I the history, because Panama used to be Colombia, and we fucking Roosevelt went and planted the seeds. Like, hey, I want your independence, right? Hey, let me give you
build this for us.
He's all fucking finger bangs.
Look at these blueprints.
You want to be independent, don't you? And yeah, we started that, and then we built it. I mean, you have help, of course, but yeah, and I agree with that. We can't just let China take over Panama Canal. And Greenland, it's gonna happen, bro. And I think a lot of people from Greenland, and it's their population's very minimal.
52,000.
It's like something like that. Yeah, it's very minimal. And I think that's gonna happen. The Canada thing, I don't even want that to happen.
There's
bro.
Way too many liberals over there.
I don't want those French Canadians fucking voting on our shit.
If they were to get it, it'll gain what was it, like 54 electoral votes?
Yeah, fucking all these goddamn liberal Canucks.
Yeah, it'll be a big fucking California. That's all it'll be, and we'll never go Republican ever again. It'll be all fucking Democrats.
Yeah. I like Canadians. I met a lot, especially in my travels. They're good people, but especially the ones I meet, they're like, dude, fuck Canada, dude. Like, it sucks, like the shit that they're doing. And one of the ladies in Canada, I don't know if you saw that clip, she starts saying, well, you know what, Trump, maybe we'll take California and Oregon and Washington State.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, go.
Go ahead.
You can have them.
You can start off with paying these people's homes that they burned down.
Well, yeah, even the president of Mexico, she's all like, what is it, Mexico, Texas?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Mexicano,
or something. I was just going to talk about that. Was it the Gulf of America? Gulf of
America.
So I heard this, and I don't know if it's true, but I mentioned it before. Supposedly, because Biden put some restrictions, right, that you can't drill in the Gulf of Mexico. So what Trump is doing is he's saying, okay, we can't drill in the Gulf of Mexico because he did an executive order. I don't know the whole thing, so I'm not gonna pretend I know every little aspect of this, but this was what I heard. And then what he's saying is like, well, you know what? Fuck it, we're gonna make it Gulf of America. And then when it becomes Gulf of America, he's gonna start drilling and say, you said we couldn't drill in the Gulf of Mexico. So he's playing 4D chess, supposedly. I don't know how true that is.
That's pretty smart of him, though.
But wouldn't that be fucking amazing if that was like if he said, "Oh yeah, I just changed the name for that fucking thing."
It was simple. You just remove the one word and put another word there.
That was real simple. Fucking get the maps, change that shit. Hurry up. But yeah, man, it's a
It's gonna be an interesting year coming up. It's gonna be a crazy year.
Dude, 2025 is gonna be fucking wild.
But, yeah, my kids just got back.
All right, yeah, brother, we're gonna end it anyways, but we're gonna put your socials and all that kind of stuff on the link, and y'all go follow Jesus Hilario, and you have Instagram, you have YouTube, and
it's basically the same handle.
we'll put all your channels.
Cool. Yeah, and I invite you on my other podcast if y'all want to come check out the studio, and we'll talk
Absolutely,
about
yeah, we'll do that for sure. But anyways, thanks for your time, brother. It was fun talking shit. Hopefully we could do it again soon.
Cool.
Appreciate everything. Go ahead, Chris.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining the podcast with us with Samurai Blitz and Jesus Hilario. Brother, we appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you again, man. Y'all, everyone take care. Jesus, have a good one, brother.
Okay, bye.
All right, but see you, brother.